Welcome, one and all. This is Astro Tarot Tuesday Night Live. I am Chanda Sparkles, intuitive evolutionary astrologer starseed, here to wake up everybody from their slumber. That's right. It's all about illuminating the higher consciousness that is within you, something I call the God spark that we all have inside of each of us. So tonight we are looking at the week ahead astrology like we always do every single Tuesday night. And we're also looking at Venus's ingress into Virgo. It is Virgo season, so we are doing everything health-wise to improve our lives. We are detoxing. We are focusing in on how can we energetically go more introspective. This week, we say goodbye to August and welcome in September. So every month, I coin September, October. Everybody, I always coin the month something after studying the month. And I can't come up with anything other than it is, what did I put it in? It's a selective introspective September. There we go. It's a selective introspective September. Being very selective, making choices as to if we are going to use this and keep this thing that we've been working on, or if we're going to toss it out and really focus in on what truly matters, what we truly value. These are the preparation weeks ahead. We're preparing the harvest. Okay. So in September, Virgo is all about the harvest, the end of the summer harvest. What can we receive out of everything we've been working on up to this point? Not all harvests are going to yield the best results. And so we cut our losses, right? So things that we've been working on throughout the year, you're going to find this month that you're going to select. Okay, it's not really in my wheelhouse anymore. And this is shifted. And now I'm going to be going this direction. I do have a little bit of Palo Santo burning for everybody, giving you a nice smudge of Palo Santo. I might light it one more time for those of you that are just now popping in the chat. I can see people are starting to load in. So I just want to energetically instill some light, love, higher health consciousness and healing consciousness into the chat, into this live stream, as well as everyone on the YouTube and Facebook replays. Remember, no matter when you're watching, it's the exact time for you to be watching this video, all right? The exact time for you to be watching this video is now, no matter what time it is, all right? So giving you that lovely smudge, and I've smudged the cards, smudged the space. Everything is in alignment so that we can have a good week ahead and a good month, a good September, right? So, I am just going to say it. I have had a couple of very difficult days physically with my normal monthly cycle. I'm just going to leave it at that. I was told by my bestie, Christina, well, they'll understand if you need to cancel. I was like, no, I can't do that. I have this week tonight and then next week. And then I'll be entering my 12th house phase where I will be pulling back on these videos. Won't be doing any live broadcasts, but I will do a couple of recorded videos to just put out there probably for the full moon and the new moon. We have a full moon this month of September happening the 9th, I believe it is. I don't have my calendar right in front of me, but it's a full moon in Pisces, and Mercury goes retrograde right there the day before. So that's next week, at the end of next week. Kind of a challenging period right there for illusion, delusion. Great for higher consciousness work. But, this whole month, just the whole month has this vibration of what do I believe? What do I believe? I mean, and you've got to be very selective in what you're hearing. Like the information, there's going to be so much confusion this month. There's going to be so much information coming that isn't on the up and up. You must go internal and feel your way through this month. Earth energy Virgo. Okay, that's where our sun is at. The earth itself is in Pisces, the opposite of Virgo. Okay, Virgo is everything tangible, practical, here and now. Pisces is everything outside of the box. It is boundless consciousness. It is our dreams. It is when you go out of body. Okay, so, and it's illusions, delusions, but it's great for creativity and art. It's excellent for advancing in your spiritual practice. But in the real world here where the sun is shining, and we'll have Venus as of next Monday, ingress into Virgo. Venus does not like to be in Virgo. Venus is what we call at fall in Virgo. If there are any love proposals, if there are any beauty things that any kind of beautification, anything around family relationships, love relationships, anything around improving the overall aesthetics of your home or your property or even yourself. Really good idea to get that done before Venus ingresses into Virgo. We will get in tonight about all of the astrology ahead. We'll get in tonight about a little bit about September. We're going to read a little bit about September from the Blessings and Rituals book. And then we will also do the cards. And tonight we'll be looking, as we go through the cards, I set the frequency. This came to me while I was in the meditation today. I get into the 7-foot pyramid. And by the way, now I've got 2 gongs. Yeah, I got 2 gongs. Thanks to Christina Karst. I'm so excited. But I'm still learning and warming them up and bonding with these 2 gongs. But today, as I was sitting in the pyramid, because I've had the gongs inside the pyramid since I received them on Saturday, as I was sitting inside the pyramid, I kept feeling this portal pull. It was like I was going through this portal, because most of the time when I'm in the pyramid, I immediately put my consciousness inside of a pyramid-shaped high vibrational golden white light. And then that's how I journey, and that's how I leave. It's kind of like my little own spaceship to go where I want to, shaped like the pyramid. But today I went in a spiral all the way through the pyramid and came out of the pyramid. It was quite amazing. I'm completely lit. It's a miracle I'm sitting here. I'm just going to tell you that. I have some severe stuff going on with my female area, because it's just bad. It's just hard. It puts me down. I had to work from bed yesterday laying on the heating pad, the UTK healing mat with all the stones and copper and magnets. But, we do what we have to do, right? I once heard I love her astrology, and I love her. She does these wonderful, she has a skincare line that has all kinds of wonderful stones and electromagnetic kind of frequency. She just does all this stuff, right? And she said, Maruma 2, with Sun Soul Astrology, I just received all of my wonderful, and that's why I have this wonderful kind of glow here, because I put some of her wonderful soul, it's called soul bling, on my skin. And she said, I loved how she said it. She said, I built an empire from my bed. I said, really? And she said, yeah. She goes, because she has a lot of 12th house placements like I do. And Libra is my 12th house. And, with all the energy about to be happening in Libra, a lot of time it puts me where I've just got to lay down. Plus, we've had a ton of solar flares. I think we're on day 5 of like M flares. Like, these aren't even little C flares. These are M plus flares that are hitting the planet. So if you've been energetically drained, or maybe you've been wired up, or you've been feeling digestive issues, my vision has been off. I've been blurry, big time blurry vision, even with my glasses on. And I've been seeing swirlies. That's for almost 2 weeks now. I've been seeing these little swirly things. And then yesterday, I was on the phone with a death doula client. Her mother is about to pass. And I was just, voice messaging, kind of channeling in and out, and I'm downstairs on the other side of the house, in my bedroom. I don't often even hear the door bell when I'm back there. And I heard something like a fall, like something fell upstairs. And then the mallet that was laying like kind of up in this basket, because I put a bunch of crystals and stones and I wash them and I put them in that pyramid to charge. The mallet came out and I heard the gongs play. Boom. I mean, I was like downstairs. I was like, what is going on? So a lot of activity happening around the Sparkle Shack. And just want to send you so much love to that beautiful client. You know who you are. I have been working energetically with your mother, and she's ready. So I know you're not, but she is. So I'm sending you so much love. I just love you to pieces. You know that. Okay. Enough about all of the interesting things that have been happening around here. If you're just now loading in the chat and you're new, please go to the YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. You hit the bell on YouTube, then that gives you all notifications that come straight to your phone when I'm about to go live. I know some things are changing and some things are transitioning, and I'm in a prep planning stage for some major changes to happen with this channel that I've been building for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in February. Actually really kicked it off the end of January, but officially it's in February. So, yeah, that's why I've got to take a little time. So I just appreciate and love all of you that are here and everyone on the YouTube replay. Remember, you need a comment to win. All right, we will do the astrology, then we'll do the cards for your sun, moon, and rising. Then we'll have Q&A at the end. I need to thank our sponsor for Virgo season. All right, let's see here who we've got for Virgo season. Let me go ahead and switch up this. Let's see who's here. Hey, there's Amy Ulrich. How are you doing after your surgery, sweetie? Glad to see you here. Everybody send her continued healing as she is recovering from back surgery. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Chasing Sunshine, those gorgeous photographers. She's a great photographer. Go get her on Facebook and follow her. She has some beautiful art. There's Diona. Hi, Diona. Thanks for being here. I see you. Thank you, my darling. And Shauna. I'm so glad everybody caught the little video saying that we are here at a brand new time. This will be our normal time. There is Heather, that gorgeous. Woo, that girl is one beautiful lady. She is here on Padre Island. She is a fitness instructor and she is pumped. You are looking great. There is Erin. Hi, Erin. Thank you. I look fierce, but trust me, I'm not feeling fierce tonight. I'm here though. That's all that matters, right? Tina. Hi, Tina. How you doing? There is Renee, our lovely moderator. Everybody give some love to the moderators. And hi, Sandy. How you doing? And I see over on Facebook, I see a couple of you loading in. Remember, your names are not there. So let's see here. Oh, there's Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Hi. Awesome. And Brandy. Hey. Yes, brand new time. A little bit earlier, 1 hour earlier from now on. And Zena, the warrior princess. I love you, dear. Everybody's loading in. Okay. Let's go ahead and thank the sponsor real quick before we get straight into the astrology. Now, you have to comment on the YouTube replay in order to have your name in to win. This beautiful, gorgeous minister, psychic intuitive, she hosts the psychic fairs downtown. Elizabeth Pena with Liz Martin Company. She's giving away a 1 hour access bar session. That's a psychic reading. And then she's giving away a 1 hour card reading. And this is an amazing prize package, y'all. You're getting this from Liz Pena. All of her information, her links, if you want to learn more about her, is down below this video in the description. We also have, from myself, the Mystic Martian Oracle deck. This is a brand new deck. It's a fun deck, and I think you'll just love it. Love it. Really great messages, and it helps you to learn about your starseed origins. So that's why I wanted to give this one away, along with this gorgeous cluster. Do you see that? I mean, it is just a beautiful quartz crystal cluster. So, also been sitting in the pyramid. So I take it and put it in the pyramid, and it's pretty good in charge. So there you go. Those are the prizes. You must like video. You have to like this video on YouTube. You have to subscribe, hit the all for notifications, and then comment. And you are in the game. It's right there, my darlings. There we go. Very good. Welcome back. It's a selective introspective September. Venus enters Virgo this week, but we also have Mercury opposite Jupiter, while Mars is in a sextile to Jupiter. That's very this transit is going to be a week-long transit. All week long we'll be feeling this. We're going to jump into that, but first, and yes, you saw a few little, these are the cards, but we're going to announce them here in just a bit. We'll go straight into the astrology right now. All right. I see more people are loading in the chat. Thank you for being here. Hi. Remember, I'm multi-streaming on 7 platforms. But all of your lovely chats come in all together. But majority of you are on the YouTube. So if you're on the Facebook or you're in the groups, I love you to pieces. But come over to the YouTube if you want to be involved with the chat. All right. Let's go ahead. And I just wanted to read a little bit about September, because September is just a couple days away, right? So let's go ahead. Or is it tomorrow? Shit, I can't even remember what damn day it is. Let's see here. Yeah, I was right. 2 days away. Sometimes we just have to stop, Sometimes you just have to stop, breathe, and flow. These are very frantic kind of energies, very confused energies that we need to horn in and be selective. Okay? And it's a selective process through our within. All right? Yes, stuff will be coming from the outside, which will catapult us to be more selective. But there's certain things that, like even belief structures that you have held for some time, that you will realize by the month's end, if not by middle of the month, that what I once thought, I really truly have to let this go. And let me just tell you, if you take risks this week, they will pay off. Do not hesitate to take risks. And it's best to take risks this week with the unknown outcome. I mean, really, truly, Jupiter is a very lucky, a very fortunate planet. And the more risks you take this week, and it really being around something that is not just unexpected, but also foreign to you, different, you will find, you'll have these urges to jump and do. But remember, there's an underlining all month energy of be selective, because these are your choices that you're making, that you're setting yourself up for the next period, definitely until the end of the year, if not for the next 6 months. Okay. Whenever the sun comes around the zodiac and it lands in Pisces. All right. Well, let's talk about September. Okay. September, it says, speaking of Jupiter magnifies everything. See there? It's a magnifier. It's a magnifying glass. This is what I use to read. Ay, ay, ay. All right, here we go. September. September is a month you can feel before it arrives, right? You can always feel September. Like you can feel the energy shift, right? There's a crispness to the warm air that signals autumn's arrival. Long summer nights are growing slightly shorter, and leaves on the trees glow in shades of honey and amber at sunset. Nature is coming close to finding her own personal balance and harmony as the second annual equinox approaches. So we have equinox on the 22nd this year. Is that correct? Let me double check my calendar. Yep, on the 22nd, that is when the equinox, if you're in the northern hemisphere, it is the fall equinox. In the southern hemisphere, it is your spring equinox. We are looking at a shift in the energy. So it's kind of like being at the tail end these next few weeks up until the 22nd of the summer, right? So, and it's about the harvest. What are you harvesting? Okay. I like here where it says, although this month's energies of completion and release bring our attention inward for reflection, contemplation, and connection to source, now is also the time to plan for next year's crops. Planning. You'll feel like you want to take action, but this month is more about planning, prepping, preparing. Time to plan for next year's crops. There can be no delay. While this harvest is fresh in your mind, think about what worked well this year and what did not. In the chat, think about that. What worked well for you this year and what didn't? What is it that you're harvesting? And some of the stuff that you've got to realize is just not something that's going to come to fruition now or ever. There are some things you just have to either put them on the shelf and revisit later, or there's some things that will have to go. What could you have done to ensure a stronger growth for those things that did not yield your greatest harvest? Or maybe this year's harvests were beyond your expectations, right? Some people are just banging it, and that's because their frequencies are high. They're keeping a higher vibrational state. Did you enjoy the process of growth this year? That's the other thing. Did you enjoy it? Not just enjoy like joy, have fun, that enjoy, Did you enjoy it? Did it fulfill you inside? What you planted 3 months ago, at summer solstice. What are the results of your inward journey? Excuse me. What can you do to make this process more enjoyable? What can you do? These are some questions that you can ask yourself. This is the end of a precious cycle and beginning of a next. May all your harvest celebrations be blessed. Lakesh. Amen. Oh, and so it is. Yes. All right. Excuse me, y'all. I've got to get a little drink. It's been a couple of days. Thank you, Renee, for putting those timestamps. That's really great. Thank you so much. Hello, Shining Star Mystic. So list in the chat if you're watching. Is there anything that you feel like, let's just keep it simple. What harvest are you keeping? What harvest are you knowing that this is not going to work for you? You know, what was the good that came from the past 3 to 6 months? If you really want to look at the full cycle, you go back to the spring equinox or fall equinox, depending upon your location. And then you look at the full 6 months, because that's how astrology works. You look at the opposing sign. So Virgo is mutable earth, okay? And Pisces is mutable water. So it's complete opposites. But those, just because they're opposite in the sky doesn't mean that they aren't similar, you know. If you want to know the truth, your most opposite signs are the ones to the left and the right on the chart of you. So like, I'm a Scorpio, sun and rising in the first house. My most opposite sign would be Libra or Sagittarius when you're looking at the sun or the rising sign. But because I have 3 placements in Libra, including Venus conjunct to Uranus in Libra with Pluto there too, but not conjunct. Those two are like less than a degree apart. That's why I've had so many unexpected things in love in the 12th house. I have a lot of Libra. It really depends on, like, if you have 3 or more planets in the chart, in that sign that's kind of right next to you, then it's not going to be your opposite. I'm very Libran, very, very Libra. Even though I have 3 planets in Scorpio, I got 3 planets in Libra. And then even Sagittarius, I have my Mercury and my Neptune is in Sag. So I think a lot like the Sagittarius energy. So that's what I'm saying. This is a general consensus. Your chart is specific. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and let's see. We did that. I know what we're going to do now. I just want to go ahead and read. These are the channeled messages that I received this week. I always write them down as they come. It is time to focus on the things that matter most. This means the plans that we had made prior, that we haven't completed, may need to be let go and replaced, or replaced with the very most high. So like, categorize specifics. You know, make a list. Virgo is excellent at the list thing, right? Even if you're not a list person, which I have a hard time with lists too. I just have to voice them. But it's a good idea. It's a good practice to like make a list of the top 10 things that you did this year that really assisted you to yield a harvest now. And you'll look at that list and you'll start to be like, well, I did this and this didn't really come through very well. And I did this. And if you don't have 10 things, I don't care. Top 3. Put there your list of things that you tried to attempt to do, or you you went for, that you were manifesting, that you were trying to succeed at. And then look at them and be selective in what you're going to continue with. The most high, the most important only, and then selective, zero focus, zeroing in on that, and some of that other stuff, let it go. Long-term structures are in a radical change. Our North Node is in Taurus. This is where we have to look to evolve towards. Taurus is simple. It's the senses. It's food. It's, it's your physical body. And with Uranus there, coming off of that conjunction, but the Uranus being there, it says we must do things radically. Radical practicality. And it almost sounds like those two words should not go together. But if you could embody radical practicality, how would that look to you? Implementing that into your daily practices. Because Virgo is about the daily practices and what we do throughout the day, on the day-to-day. What do we create? It's tangible earth. So what you are creating, it's mutable. Mutable means it could go this way or that. There'll be lots of changes during Virgo season, okay? More change, right? Radical change. Out of the box change. Different. Not the norm. Don't do what you always done. You'll get what you've always gotten, right? The new frequency, okay, wait, hold on, I lost my place. The beliefs we once held are sometimes difficult to let go, but the new frequency we receive by doing so will definitely pay off. When we see things differently, we are the difference. When we see things differently, we are the difference. Get it? So that's what I've got for that. And then I want to talk to you about Venus going into Virgo. A little bit deeper, and then we'll get into the cards. Okay? All right, there we go. Thank you, Renee. He's posted the question. There you go. Very good. Ooh, Shining Star Mystic has an excellent answer. I love it. I love it. I love it. She said, learning the astrology for the next week adds more understanding to my weekly tarot message. Yes. I love that. Thank you. And Tina's got a good one too. She says, harvesting better health through changing my own behaviors, actions, and habits. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is completely Virgo. And you're Virgo, if I remember correctly, right? I think. Gosh, I hope I didn't get that wrong. So done with the starting to get the whole new round. Yes, Aaron. Very good. Okay. All right. So Venus in Virgo, like I said, is at fall. In astrology, that means Virgo's best traits do not come out easily. Okay. So I'm just going to read a little bit about this Venus in Virgo. This is coming from the A to Z book right here. It's just an old school book. Okay. Venus in Virgo has a tendency to endow the native with a quiet nature and a deeply sympathy and a deep sympathy seldom expressed. They're very if you had it in your chart, so like that's how we kind of look at it. We look at the energy of how it would be if it was in someone's chart, and then we see it in the world, we experience in the world, and then it comes through that way, right? Some delay and disappointments in love, secret or dual attachment, lots of duality going on this month. Not just around Venus and Virgo, but all through it, there's duality. I see it the whole month. Let's see here. Secret or dual attachments. Union with one of a different station. So like you could have a let's just say this is what's coming to my mind is like you could have like a I don't know, a maid or a janitor fall in love with a trillionaire. You know, that it's very different. The duality is very opposite and different when you're looking at Venus in Virgo. Let's see here. Money is gained through servants or subordinates, or by the native himself occupying such positions. Gained by matters of conducting with drugs, medicine, nursing, food, farming, gardening, and through vocations associated with the earthly elements. If other testimonies in the chart permit, gained by careful speculation, investment through the partner. So, because see, Venus is okay. So Venus has been waiting to get back home to Libra. So anytime the planet is right before it's about to return to its home, it's like going on a very long journey. You know, you've had a great time, but you're ready to get home, right? So anything Venusian, love, beauty, surrounding you with, you know, relationships, all that stuff is kind of like you won't have the best of outcomes. Venus will leave Virgo and enter Libra on the 29th of this month. So we have a little over 3 weeks that she's flying fast through the month of September. So just keep those things in mind, you know, monies and values and love, relationships. All of that is kind of going to be a little wonky. So also, let's go ahead and just go over what I've got here. So the moon is currently in Libra. And let me look at the chart and pull up the chart and see. Yeah. The moon is currently in Libra. It passed over Mercury yesterday. The big thing that I want to discuss today is not only the Venus into Virgo ingress, but also the fact that we have this Mars sextile Jupiter while Jupiter is opposite Mercury. Okay, let's break that down. Mars rules Scorpio as the ancient ruler and Aries as the modern day ruler. Mars is currently in Gemini, preparing to go retrograde. The shadow is just now creeping in. And what that means is that it's slowing down like a big ship that would turn in the sea. It takes a minute for it to slow down to go retrograde. So it's sextile Jupiter is a lot of self-confidence this week. It's bravery and opportunities. Take daring next steps. Okay. It's good results will pan out. Okay. So, and this is activated as of now. And it's good through Sunday. Good luck, generosity, optimism, really good energy around this. This is all about the good timing, divine timing happening. If it comes to you and you got that instinct of, oh, this is something I need to do, go for it. Even if you're hesitant, just go for it, because this is a good fortune energy that really will yield results in the house placements that these planets are located. You want to go to your chart, astrograph.com. It's in the description there if you don't have your own birth chart. You want to go and check and see, where is Mars Not your Mars, but currently Mars is in Gemini. Wherever your Gemini house is, that's the house that's going to be affected. Then you want to look and see where Jupiter is and where Mercury is, not yours. Don't get confused and go say, well, my Mercury's aren't here. I'm talking about Mercury in the now clock chart and what's going on right now in the world. Okay, on the now chart. Whatever house that is, that's the house where these luck and fortunes and optimism and good magnification of things can be very beneficial for you. Okay. So like Jupiter is in Aries, and yes, it's retrograde, but Jupiter, even though it's retrograde, it still has a presence of bringing a good fortune and magnifying and expanding on things. All right. But it likes being in Aries. Jupiter is very happy there because it's another fire sign, and Jupiter is ruled by Sagittarius. You know, Sagittarius is the archer, right? But it's not about the arrow, even though even the glyph, you know, has, or whatever. The glyph has the arrow, right? It's not so much about the arrow as it is about the archer. What is the archer? The archer has 4 feet and is part animal, part man, right? And it's also about the bow and where is he steady on his feet? Has he selected a very good grounding to shoot from? How is the bow? Is the bow tight enough? Is it not? Is it too loose? What about, you know, how I pull back on it? Is my stance right? You know, these are very practical things that you have to look at when you're in Virgo. All the little attention to detail type things come into play when you're in Virgo season. When you're dealing with luck and good fortune with this, you're also looking at Mercury, our mind, our communications, the media, social media, anything written and communicated, being opposite to Jupiter, while this Mars sextile Jupiter, which sextile is good fortune, but it means you must take action in order to receive. Mercury opposite Jupiter is your intellect becomes extremely sharp. You're very quick-witted, very creative in communications. Really good time to write. If you're a writer, maybe you're a songwriter, write poetry, write. It's a really good time this week. But on the broader outlook, you're looking at things, okay? Because this is the warning. There's always a polarity, okay? There's always a higher frequency and a lower frequency to the energies that we deal with throughout all of this astrology. Doesn't matter if it's an aspect, it's a planet, whatever. The house, everything has a higher frequency and a lower frequency. Everything has a night side and a light side, right? So the warning is with this is that it may have you overlooking things because Mercury opposite Jupiter is the broader spectrum. What's happening on the broader scale. You have to watch for the details. There's fine details that can be missed with this kind of an energy. We must question all plans, ideas, and beliefs. Throughout this, I've got to take this, chance and do this and go for this because I know it's going to yield good outcomes because good fortune is coming. Fine details. Attention to detail. In the military, they drilled that attention to detail into our brains. It literally programmed us attention to detail when I was in the military. I can't help it. Like, I have it literally, and I attention to detail pretty much everything, but sometimes I miss stuff too. Like, I totally wrote up a thing on Mercury coming into Libra, because Mercury was, coming into Libra. And I totally wrote a whole thing up knowing Mercury's going into Libra. But I wrote Venus going into Libra, even though even my post says twice, but I wrote it like I messed up. I put Venus into Libra. Everybody in this astrology group flip out. I was like, it was a mistake. As you can tell from the rest of the writing, I'm talking about Mercury, the whole thing. So you see what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. Fine details. But also being that practical revolutionary and doing something revolutionary in a practical sense. Very interesting, right? Mercury's at a trine to Mars this week too. This is positive for the week. This is overall communications, even short trips, little trips, little travels. Mars being in Gemini. This is not long distance travel. Sagittarius is long distance travel. This is short trips that are good outcomes. But keep in mind, there is a shadow of Mercury as Mercury's about to go retrograde next Friday, the 9th, right before this Piscean full moon. So you need to get, if you have anything in love or relationships, any questions to pop, or any kind of coming to someone for a loving stance or a beautification stance or even a legality stance, you really want to get that done before the 5th. And then anything document-wise, purchases, all of that stuff, you want to really get that done before the 9th. Yeah. Any kind of implementation, of the plans. This is plans, y'all. So this is being wise in your drive. Okay? The wisdom comes through Mercury. The wisdom comes through Jupiter. Deep guru wisdom comes through Jupiter. And the drive comes through Mars. You're planning, though. Remember, we're planning. We're in planning phases. But if something out of the box comes at you and you're like, "Ooh, I really want to take this chance. I want to risk this." The good things will come from it. Trust me. That's what this week is about. This week has emotional intensity. It has an energy release. There's a lot of purge of toxicities, and it is seriousness taking action. Tomorrow, as the moon moves into Scorpio, deep psychic waters of Scorpio, this is realizing that whatever comes my way, I'm going to think through this deeply. I'm going to really find all of the little clues. Okay, so I'm being shown that game, the board game, Clue. Remember back in the day when you had the board game Clue when you were a kid? And if you're too young, you don't remember, look it up. There's this board game, and in this little envelope in the center of the board game was the person who killed whoever. And you had to go and find all the little clues. Was it the maid? Was it the butler? Was it the millionaire? Was it the mistress? All this other. And it's kind of like that kind of an energy that we're dealing with. You have to go and find all the little clues and listen and watch for the signs this week, because there's some really good optimistic stuff to be had here. Thursday is your day. If you're starting anything, if you're beginning anything, do it Thursday. Do it Thursday. Really good energy on Thursday with Mercury opposite Jupiter exact. But this energy is to be strong and held all week in through the weekend, okay? So, but Thursday is the big day. I wrote it. Start something. Successful work projects, a really focused drive. Really good day for Thursday to be, if you're planning something or if you're prep work something, like we're having a Zoom meeting on our Fall into the Sea of Consciousness, Christina Karsten, Shar Roberts, and I, on Thursday. And that just fell into place because I had to cancel. Christina had to cancel on Sunday, then I had to cancel yesterday. And so we postponed it, and it's exactly in alignment with the day of the astrology that is good for. So follow your intuition, follow your guidance. I will tell you, I am number uno at feeling bad when I have to shift and change things. The character Chanda, the avatar Chanda, I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to shift and change this. And I make these mistakes too. I even though I read this astrology and I get the psychic intuition downloads and all of this other, I still fall into that, and I feel bad because I'm like, I don't want to cancel on this person, but I have no choice. And I have to do what my intuition guides me to do. But then I always realize it was for a reason. It's always for a reason. The universe always is co-creating with us, and it shows up and it says, look, this is why, right? So also, let me just see here. The weekend, go have fun. It's a fan-freaking-tastic day on Saturday. It's beautiful. Sagittarius energy. The moon actually moves into Sagittarius on Friday. So even Friday night's not too horrible, although we have Mercury. No, that's good too. The only bad thing I would say is that we have Venus in a quincunx to Pluto, but that's like early morning hours, but it's going to be there because it's a slow moving transit. You might explore some studies, do some deep psychic, educational type work, guru type work, investigative type work. Write, do a vlog, do something around that. That will be really good when we have Venus in Virgo in a quincunx to Pluto in Capricorn. That is a good Friday project. But Saturday is such an explore. Go travel, take a short trip, go with your honey down by the sea, or, whatever it is that you do for fun. But be optimistic through the week. And when something unexpected comes your way and it feels like, oh, this might be good, it is. It is. It definitely is. That's this kind of an energy. So I'm really looking like this is a pretty good week towards the end of the week. It really feels to me like it's that last of the summer vibes. This whole energy. It feels those last summer vibes. It is Labor Day weekend, but I am going to tell you, it's not a good day on Labor Day. Monday, it's time to get to work. It's time to get organized. That is the day that Venus enters Virgo. And it's happening at literally Sunday night for us here in Texas. That's where I'm out of, Central Time. It's 11:05 p.m. on Sunday night, 12:05 a.m. On Monday the 5th. And we got the moon in a square. A moon in a square to Jupiter. The moon is going to square Mercury. The moon is in a quincunx to Mars. And the moon is going to be trining the sun. Moon trine the sun, Capricorn. It's time to get organized. It's time to get to work. It's time to be serious. If you're taking a 3-day weekend, just remember you're going to have a lot of things you need to be preparing. So I would take half of that day and do whatever it is that you're preparing to do, because throughout next week, it's going to get a little bit more wonky. It won't be as positive energy, but it's not horrific energy either. I will say it's going to get pretty rough around the middle of the month. Yeah. So, but I will be here, and what I'm going to do, because even though I'm not going to be here live, I'll be here live next week, okay, for my last show for a little short while, just during Libra season. But what I will do is do recorded videos, and then I will upload them so that you at least have the full moon and the new moon chart reads, okay? All right, I think that's pretty much it on the astrology. Let's jump on into these cards. Shall we do some cards and have some fun and make it fire tonight, right? Oh my goodness. Let me tell you these. I just wanted to pull this one sheet up because I wanted to tell y'all when I'm looking at this chart for the now, it kind of blew me away. There's like literally there's a lot of air and a lot of fire and earth energies. When you're dealing with air and fire, they work very well together. So the fire and the air always work well together. Then you have the water and the earth that work well together. So it's a passionate, creative, fun, lucky time, but it can also become inflated. Okay, so it's going to take you being very selective this month, very introspective, practical attention to detail. Definitely up until the equinox, okay, on the 22nd. All right, very good, very good. Let's go ahead and remember, you are magnifying everything that you touch when you're dealing with Jupiter, Mars, and Mercury. Okay, Jupiter retrograde. Mars starting to prepare to go retrograde on Halloween. Mars only goes retrograde twice every 2 years. Okay, so, and it takes 2 years for Mars to go through the whole zodiac sign. So when Mars is our drive, Mars is war, it's passions. We very much can feel when our ego shifts. Trust me, it's coming. So enjoy the weekend energies for sure. It's going to be a little rough. I think Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday's a good day to launch things though, work-wise, projects, plans. Friday's going to get a little weird, but Saturday's pretty good. So enjoy the week ahead. All right. Let me get this chart out of here. And let's go on over and do some cards. There we go. Excuse me. And when I did my meditation today, I laid a stone on the inside of this on my throat chakra. I put a little Andorra, just a little, see? Just like a little clear Andorra. Because I felt like I was being blocked. Felt like my throat was being blocked a little bit. All right, tonight we have got sun, moon, and rising signs that we will do the tarot reads for. This is your sun, moon, and rising. This is how it is meditated and coded through the frequency of the cards, through my highest guidance prior to even coming onto here. We'll do the elements for each sign. So we'll have the water element, the fire element, the earth element, and the air element. All right. If anything else comes through for those signs, that's when it's just going to start coming through. Starts flowing through. Okay. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get this on out of here. And excuse me. All right. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for being here. Awesome. Yes. Very good. There's Christina. Hi, Christina. Okay. What are we starting with? I'm looking for moderators. That's right. Reminder, everybody, we are doing 1 hour earlier from now on because I cannot keep staying up till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I've got to be able to try to get to sleep before midnight. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have? Oh, there's Renee. I see. We're doing earth signs. Very good. Earth it is. All right. And there's the time. Oh man, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, very good. Tonight we have a brand new deck that we're playing with. I'm kind of in love with these alchemy. If you know me, I love alchemy. I like literally am studying the Hermetic principles. My goal is to literally change a spoon from silver to gold. And I'm going to do it before I die. It's going to happen. I love alchemy. I love creating tangible things in our lives through the alchemization of the intent. And just reading this book, the little opener, and her explaining how she came to this deck was fantastic and fabulous. So we're going to play with these very interesting cards. I'll just give you a little peek. They're shaped like this because she uses the mentality of the beehive nature. And that everything of the hive is alchemized from the bees. It's a very intricate process if you really think about it, right? So anyway, brand new deck tonight. I'm excited to play with those. I'm bringing out the Tarot of Dragons because dragons always make me feel like Jupiter. Like dragons always are expanding, and they are fire, and they are passionate, and they are the gurus. There are some very wise, higher ascended 12-dimensional dragons. If you can tap into them, that give you beautiful messages. I have a couple. So, bringing out the dragons. Bring out the dragons. And then we will be playing with the Tarot of Dreams. I don't know why. I just was drawn to this one tonight. And then we have the magical messages from the fairies, because Virgo energy reminds me of my sissy, and she had a Virgo rising. So there we go. And she's kind of come around, it felt like, this week. So maybe she's going to come in and assist. All right, it is fire. It is fire time. It is time to play. Are you ready? Are you ready to play? Let's do this. And this board is all kinds of, I don't even know what's going on here. Hold on. There we go. It's kind of wonky weird. Wait, I must have hit it. Let's zoom it in. Let's zoom it in. Let's do it. Let's zoom it in a little bit. And then that way, I think it's because I hit it. There we go. So many cameras. Got to deal with it, right? All right, here we go. Here we go. The Wild Unknown. Yes, Shining Star. I love all of her stuff. I also have the other, but they're round. I can't remember what they're called. They're round ones. And those are cool too. But these are new to me. So I love them. Okay. We're going to use them as oracles tonight. We will start, of course, with the dragons. Bringing out the dragons. And we're starting with Earth. And you know I had to use the Jupiter bowl this week, because it's all about Jupiter, Mars, and Mercury up until next Monday when Venus enters into Virgo. That's the big transit of the week. So, Earth signs. We're talking about Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Virgo and Capricorn, Taurus energies. Our lovely earth signs. What would we do without you? Grounding us in, creating, staying diligent, keeping us practical, level-headed, keeping things simple. Simple yet detailed. It's all kinds. The whole month is polarity. The whole month. And there we go. To kick off the earth sign read, we are looking at, and I think I'm going to zoom it in just a little more. There we go. And I think that's because of this. Yes, it is. All right. Make sure that y'all can see very clearly. You see that? Very good. Is it 2? Hold on. I pull this brightness down just a little bit so you can see the cards better and a little less gamma. There we go. All right, we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a young, new energy. All right, swords are about your air and your intellect, how you're communicating. When I see the Page of Swords, often I'm like, okay, somebody's like, you got a stalker. Somebody's watching you. This one wants to come. And we have in the challenge position the Hermit. This is Virgo energy. It could also be Taurus. That's how I see it anyway. But this is very much challenged by being practical and wise. All right. Somebody might be watching you, I feel like. Or maybe or somebody's watching what you're doing. Or maybe you're just really watching things closely. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, we have 2 here. That one just flew out too. Okay, so we have the 9 of Pentacles. Love that card. And the Knight of Cups coming in from the outside of you here. So Earth signs, somebody's watching you, and it could be a stalker, but it could also just be someone who's wanting to really learn from you. Like what you're putting out, they're keeping their eye on you, I feel, and they're wanting to absorb and learn. And it also could be a stalker. You are going within. You're doing this alone. The 9 of Pentacles is completely mastering the craft that you're doing. So, and this is the wise guru, right? He holds the star in his hand. He is definitely, looking for that deeper introspective. Okay. He's being selective in what he chooses to move forward with. This 9 of Pentacles also, I feel like, even though, it's traditionally it's going it alone, I feel like it's because you've got watchers. People's watching. See how this guy's like watching? You got watchers. You're transforming yourself. There's other people that are envious of you, Earth signs. This is why they're watching. This is why they're learning. This is why, because you're like the guru to them. You're like assisting them, helping them through this, whatever it be. The Knight of Cups comes in and says, here you go. Here's your luck. Here's your good fortune. Here's an offer of fulfillment, loving fulfillment. Comes in fast. Gotta kind of have a little bit of a warning though. Sometimes they don't stick around. Whatever it is, it's like in and out energy. 9 of Swords. You got 2 9s here, Earth signs. 2 9s. So this tells me that you're getting close to completion, but there's some anxiety going on. It might have to do with this love offer, I feel like. There's some kind of offer that you're not 1000% sure on, but there is people watching you. And you're successful at it. What else we got here? The Fool. Major life event, major arcana card. The Fool for the Earth signs. I feel like whatever is happening here that's causing this anxiety had to do with the choice that you made. I feel like you have to continue on, even though you have onlookers, even though you have people who are watching, wanting to learn from you. You're going to have to continue on and make another choice. You're going to have to switch it up. You're going to have to take a risk. This is what this week is about, taking a risk. I'm not surprised to see the Fool here. The Fool steps off the ledge, has no idea where he's falling or if he's going to fly or how it's going to go, but he goes for it. This is Aries energy. This tells me the I am that you are has to step out, even though you may have some anxiety about it. This is anxious energy. This is uncertainty. This is, and it's like a loop. Keeps going in your, you don't know. There's a love offer though. There is a love offer. But I feel like you're going to have to like take a leap of faith. Period. You have this wisdom within you. You've done the work. You've gone deep within. This is successful. Like, this dragon masters their craft. They do it solo, though. It's a solo card, but there's onlookers. There's people watching, that's for sure. And there's a love offer coming in. You know? And it's like, I'm here to save the day kind of love offer, I feel like. Or there's something very positive, very good fortune that's like, you know, here you go. Here's the winning numbers to the lottery, you know, or something, you know, something kind of really outside of the box out there that's coming in. And you're like, oh, I don't know about this. I don't know if I should invest in this. I don't know what I should do. And I'm just going to tell you right now, September is not ever a good month for the stock market, right? So be careful about that. But with these kind of cards, it says you got to take a risk. What's on the bottom? The King of Wands is on the bottom. It's got to be passionate, okay? The King of Wands is like Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. So you have like two Aries energies here of jump, take the risk. It will pay off in the long run, even if you're anxious about it. Might have to do with a soulmate. You know, there's the cups of love right there. The Two of Cups. That's soulmate energy. All right, let's go ahead and pull from the fairy deck for the earth signs. Well, there you go. Renee says, been waiting on the love offer after doing the work. Now it feels like there's many potential suitors. Selective introspective. Earth sign energy, please, from the fairies. Earth sign energy from the fairies right there. Okay, you got 3. You got daughter. The answer to your question involves your daughter. So this may be something to do with the divine feminine. It could be a divine feminine with you, or it could be literally your daughter, dealing with your daughter's energies. Do some more research. There is your Hermit card, the Virgo card. It says you need more information about the situation. Look into it further before proceeding. Investigate. And then children. You got children. Your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. Now, if you don't have a connection with children of some sort, could be the inner child. This is all going back to that inner child. But with daughter and children, this somebody out there, this has to do with your children. Okay. Now, let's pull from the alchemy deck. Which alchemy card? And then we'll read from the books on this one because it's got a lot of good stuff. Look at those cards. They're very different. Okay. Which one? Okay, I'm going to take from this stack. Ooh, they want that one gone. Saturn. Well, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. Saturn is currently transiting inside of Aquarius. So let's see what they have to say about Saturn. Oh, it's V. Duh. I was looking at the wrong one. There it is. Okay, sorry. All right. I need my magnifying glass. All right, Saturn. I'll move that. No, I'm going to move it this way. Okay. Saturn is known as the great ruler, the author, the ideative father, the structuring force. Limitations, rules, logistics, and laws all fall under Saturn's claim, and they insist on our adherence. Saturn's constructs, it corrects, it governs, it constricts. The force of this planet is mind-boggling, frustrating, especially for creative types, as it can feel like one limitation after another. Yet its ability to be supportive is unmatched. No creative project came to be without the Saturnian qualities of commitment, endurance, and steadiness. The tick of the clock reminds us that this planet's steadfast presence is eternally measuring. It's no surprise that it's associated with the metal lead and the qualities of density and weight. To embrace Saturn is to embrace the foundation and be one's own central authority. Be one's own central authority. I like that. It's not as dull or as easy as it sounds. That's Saturn's secret, you see. Go deeper. Read the poem Core of Masculinity by Rumi. That's what they're saying. Silence as a power is what it says. That's pretty cool. So look at the Core of Masculinity by Rumi. You want to put that in the chat? I'll go ahead and put it on the screen for you, Earth signs. I love that. So yeah, whatever this is, whatever it's involving, it's going to take you using that core, grounded, determined force, even if you're feeling like you're anxious about it, right? It's going to take that knowingness. You know, Saturnian energy knows thyself too. You know, it's like the wise guru, and you've got him right here. You know, this is very much the wise guru, elder. I've always looked at Saturn as kind of like the grandfather that comes in and tells Jupiter after they partied all night long and trashed the house, and he's hungover as hell, and he don't want to get up out of the bed. He comes in there and kicks his ass and says, you got to go clean up all that stuff. Like early. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that kind of an energy. So, but this love offer right here, I feel like because you're facing it's something you're going to have to try to take a chance on, even though you may be a little bit anxious of it. Do some more research. Fiery, passionate man right there. You know, this right here is shawang. It's beautiful. It's passionate. It's sexy. It's everything that one would want in a lover. But is it responsible? We'll see, right? Thank you to the Earth signs. I hope that this reading assisted you. Blessings to you. Sending you so much passions this week. I feel like it's going to be a good one for you. All right. I hope that resonated. Thank you so much for being here. To the Earth signs. Thank you. Thank you. I'll make sure I got those in there separately and give them a shuffle. All right. It's also the duality, right? Lots of duality going on this month with all of the energies. That's one thing that I really saw. There's just a lot of differences, a lot of changes through duality, polarization. Okay. Let me give these a couple of shuffles just so that they'll be ready for the next read. Thank you for your patience. Everybody in the chat, please remember to like, share, and subscribe on the YouTube. If you're on Facebook, I love you and I appreciate you. But please come over and join everybody because the majority of the people are on YouTube in the chat. All right. And we are going with fire. Fire signs next. Yay. Amy's got the fire up there. Thank you. Fire signs. Very good. Make sure I'm not holding these upside down. Hold on. We have to use the Jupiter bowl for fire signs because Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Mars rules Aries. And we're dealing with Mars and Aries and Jupiter and Sag this week in a sextile, opposite to Mercury and Gemini. Gemini is all about fun, quick-witted conversations too. So you could have some really... You know, it's almost like when I look at Mars, Mars and Gemini, opposite Mercury, it's like those rap battles, you know? It's like the rap battles that they get all up into, you know what I'm saying? That's it. There's a lot of really cool creativity that can come from all this. Lots of luck. Whoa! Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Excuse me. Go back down. Jeez. I wanted to blow you up a little bit there, Tina. She said Saturn rules my chart this week. Where'd it go? Get back up there. Placements are close to my own natal placements. I've always known Saturn in my life since a child. Yes, if you have a strong Saturn, I have Saturn in Gemini. And that's my 8th house. The 8th house is Scorpio. So the responsibility factor comes in through the metaphysical for me, through death, transformation, and rebirth. And my North Node is in Capricorn. And so I have to pull in on that Saturnian energy quite a bit. The responsibility, I don't drink anymore. I gave all that up. There's a lot of responsibilities that come to play that you have to learn to use the Saturn, use the Saturn for your benefit rather than it use you, right? So, fire energies, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. are beautiful, passionate, creative, go get 'em, traveling, loyal, and courageous fire signs. Well, to kick off the fire sign read, you have strength. This is the card of Leo. This is courage found within. It is taming that inner beast in order to tame the realm. Okay, it is the sign of royalty. Oh my, okay. Challenged by major life event, major arcana card. That's two majors back to back. Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy. This can be challenging at times, but beneficial. And then we have the Eight of Swords. This is also Jupiter energy. Oh, I'm sorry, Saturnian energy. And then we have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. Virgo Hermit energy coming out for 2 card reads in a row. All right. And this is from the outside of you for you fire signs. And we have major life event, major arcana card, the Justice. That is Miss Libra, Lady Justice herself, with the 5 of Swords. I feel like for you fire signs that there is something that has been coming at you and coming at you and coming at you, and it's in your mental mind, but you're allowing it to mess with the physical realm. Your monkey mind is often being run on what's happening with you in this realm, in this flesh suit, okay? When actually 90% of everything that we do is subconscious. Okay, so it's time for you to tap into that fire subconscious energy so that you can get yourself unstuck. Okay, so the 8 of Swords, that feels stuck. It feels like something that you don't want to see or you don't want to do. Your challenge position is Temperance. That is Sagittarius energy. Okay, so you have 2 fire back to back here. This tells me that you must learn to be more patient with what it is that you are going for. Okay, but something is coming. There's a lot of information that's coming in at you. This right here is an old guru. It is someone who is grounded and practical, but they keep to themselves quite a bit. But they also teach. Okay, they're the teachers. This is deep healing. There may be something that you're needing deep healing on. Someone coming forth that's going to assist you with this because it's going to become balanced. Lady Justice says, enough is enough. You know, we've tried this, we've done this, and we can't keep going over and over this with our mind. It's also about the beautification of your life. I feel like energetically, especially when we have this short time period before Venus enters Virgo, this may be the time that you need to take that risk. You need to really have a look. See, she's like trapped her own self inside this bubble, but she can come out of it. You know, this is a card of trapping your own self. Okay. And really, truly, she could bust out of that, you know, and really step forth into the balance, like the give and take. Okay. It's going to take time, though. I feel like whatever this is, it's going to take time. All right. But this 5 of Swords also says, I'm not putting up with it anymore. You know, and 5 of Swords can be a harsh energy. This is air energy. This is air energy. This is earth energy. This is air energy. And then you have fire and fire. Okay. So 2 majors of fire and then lots of air and 1 earth. So that tells me that you have to become more grounded in this situation. At a park, or just go out and just lean up against a tree, ground yourself, find that deep introspective that is within in order to bring the good fortune. Temperance brings good fortune, you know, but you can't lose your shit on people, fire signs. You can't just lose your shit on people because it's about the frequency that you're creating and blocking yourself, you know, and not wanting to see something, not wanting to to take the risk on something. This right here, this tells me you have to find that deep wisdom, and the assistance is there. The courage and taming that inner beast, taming. This says, don't lose your shit. You know, don't lose your shit this week. This justice is here helping you to beautify everything. To really feel the essence of, I'm beautiful within and without. Justice also helps with relationships and any kind of contractual agreements, or any kind of, like, if you've got some kind of judicial thing going on or whatever, Lady Justice makes it fair. And two, this week has an element of fairness coming through unexpectedly. Unexpected, outside of the box. Oh my God. You know, my husband took me back to court and he wants me to pay less child support. And I just knew going into it that I was going to have to pay less child support, and then you end up getting more. It's that kind of stuff. It's having to face our fear with situations in relationships that may not be so easy. It's having to have the courage and the patience and the understanding to know that when we take that chance and we take that leap, we end up being stronger for it. Now, this also is, you know, it could be someone hurting somebody purposely with their words. But I feel like for you, it's more like, I'm picking up what I can take and I'm out of here. What's on the bottom? The Four of Coins is on the bottom. Yeah. This is a wealthy card. That's Capricorn right there. That's the Sun and Capricorn. So you have to realize that this right here is also holding on to the things that you have, keeping your abundance, your wealth, everything that you own tight to the chest. You know, I feel like it's going to turn out really good for you fire signs this week. Whatever it is that's causing you to kind of be fearful and not want to really bust out of your own mental monkey mind, you know, morphing you into this state of fear. I feel like you going within, or finding someone that can assist you on going within, really feeling into this situation, setting the energy for abundance, claiming it. I am abundant, right? You set the energy of your life. Nobody else does. Not one single other person has any effect on what your paradigm is. You're the only one looking through your eyes, creating all of this beautiful reality from the heart center. Energy in motion is emotion, right? Emotion. Feel into things. Selectiveness. Feeling the selectiveness of your situation will yield balanced results. And if you've got to be a little harsh about it, so be it. It's going to turn out just fine. All right, let's also get the fairy cards. Fairy cards for the beautiful fire signs. Fairy cards for the fire signs, please. Fairy cards for the fire sign, please. Almost want to sing. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You've finished one part of your life, and now a new part is beginning. Well, look like it's time to pick up your sword, even if you've got to leave a few behind, even if you got to do it. He is all about him. He's not someone who gives. He holds on to what he's got. So sometimes you have to be that way, fire signs. But patience with yourself. Patience with yourself to get there. Your desire is within reach. Have faith as everything is working in your favor. Yeah. Keep the faith. Lady Justice. Call on Lady Justice. She'll balance that shit right on out. All right. Let's get from the Alchemy cards a card from the Alchemy deck. Let's see what we've got here. Ah, that's the one that wants to come. Rotation. Rotation. Looks like we have a spider that is fallen into what looks like to be some kind of a little portal here. Rotation. She's going around creating her web. She's very practical, methodical about that, right? LX1X. There it is. Oh, that's LX1. Is it LX1X? Okay. I wish they just put the daggum number on it instead of trying to make me all confused. I don't know Roman numerals very well. LX1X. It must be like the very last one because that's a higher number. There it is. Sure is. It's right at the very tail end. Okay. Rotation. Oh, I can't hardly see. There it is. Rotation is the greatest alchemical operation of the wheel. Through its circularity, it indicates that work performance again and again produces results. It reminds us our efforts are cumulative, not singular. Nor is the work ever fixed or finished. Rather, the alchemist rises each day to tend to the laboratory, to weave their work into the world. It is the epitome of the alchemical idem mutata resurgio. Although changed, I arise the same. This operation is expressed through images of the circle, the spiral, the oberos, and the wheel. By its non-hierarchical shape, we are tossed back into the spin, just when we thought we had figured it all out. Though this stage can be frustrating and cause a fair amount of restlessness, right there, it is at the heart of all spiritual practices. Go deeper. Listen to George Harrison's All Things Must Pass. George Harrison's All Things Must Pass. To ponder, is there anything that does not repeat? It's all about the cycles. It's all about realizing every day. So the master alchemist, every day, even if they're sick, even if they're not feeling well, works on their craft, right? So like, even though I was laid out most of the day yesterday, I had my laptop on my tray doing what I could in between resting and sleeping. Every day getting up, and look at yourself as an alchemist and adhere that to what it is that you do. I don't care if you're retired or you're a mom of three, whatever it is that you do, you're the alchemist, fire signs. Alchemize that situation by working on it every single day. Working on something towards the goal. Knowing that whatever it is has to be balanced, and your desires are there. Something is leaving and it's got to go. But it takes time, right? And it takes being very methodical and patient. All right. I love that for you guys. Really good read for the fire signs. So I hope you have a beautiful, blessed week. Thank you so much. I love you. And I'm sending you so much love, light in a rotation, spiraling the light to you. Whoa. Okay. Cards are flying. That was my mistake. I bought this new pumpkin chai latte candle over there, and it is strong. I may not be able to use it in here. That's crazy. It's pretty strong. It's a good one, I guess. Okay, let me go ahead and shuffle these real fast, just so that they're ready for the next read. Thank you, fire signs. Okay, so where are we next? There's Cat's Unity. Hi, sweetie. Thanks for being here. And Maria Morgan, I see, has now joined. Yeah, I love those fairy cards. It's nice, right? They're old deck. Every once in a while, I'm just drawn to them. I don't use them often. And I feel like these need a good little shuffle. Just because I've kind of just been doing them halfway. And because they're new. And they're weird. But I like weird stuff. They're different. It's like kind of hard to shuffle because you're in this beehive. But I love it. And I love her mind. I mean, she's Kim Kronz is her name. And I love everything she had to write. I haven't read all of it. I will admit I read like the first half of the opener because there's quite a bit of information. But I was just... She told this story about her high school science teacher, I believe it was, and how this lady was so that this was the lady that taught her about alchemy, you know. Oh no, it was her art teacher. But this lady was like super science like lady, and she wore the exact same thing every single time that every single like show. When they went to this show, like it would show their art or whatever, she was sculpting, or they did all kinds of art. She would always wear the same outfit with this red lipstick, and she would always say to the alchemist, every single detail matters, even down to the color of your lipstick. You know, it was just a great story. Really cool. Okay. Got some leaving behind here. That's not good. That one wants to be seen. Well, looky there. Jupiter, and the Jupiter Bowl. Yes. Okay, so we're on air next, it looks like. That's pretty amazing because this is a very Jupiterian type of week. And Amy has got us hooked up with the time for the air signs. So we'll begin the air signs. As my clumsy butt drops that. I love that card. Very cool. My attention to detail will not allow these cards to not be in the right shape before I set them down. It drives me up the wall. I'm like, I don't know if I gotta have it. Well, hi there, Nikki. Thank you for the Libra in the house. Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Kat. I'm just catching up on the chat. Make sure I'm not missing. Hi, everybody on Facebook. Remember, if you're on Facebook, this is how you come up. All right? Just remember that. Everybody on Facebook, thank you for being here, but please go over to the YouTube. Yes, there's Miss Kristen. Kristen is out of Australia, and she does amazing crystal grid work, like grid work on the planet. Go and check out her grid work. She just did one on the beach there. It's beautiful. I have a question for you, my dear. What time is it there right now? Because I was trying to figure out the calculations of time in Australia, because I have a few listeners over there that watch the show. And so I was curious if you wouldn't mind telling me what time it is right there in Australia right now. I'd love to hear. Oh, hi, Linda. So glad that you're here. Yay. Thanks. Always love the time travelers. Be a time traveler and go watch the beginning. We had lots of good astrology. There's some positive energies for this week. So you definitely want to go check that out and figure out where your Aries house is, where your Gemini house is, and where, what was it? Aries house, Gemini house. And your Libra house, because Mercury's in Libra. So those are the houses that are being affected. So look on your chart. Okay, so it's 10:50 a.m. tomorrow is what Kristen said. Let me write this down because I'll forget. So it's 7:50 here, Central Time in the U.S., and it's 10:51 on Wednesday. I always knew it was the next day, but I wasn't sure. So good morning. Everybody say good morning to her in Australia. That's so cool. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. It helps a lot. All right. Let's get going. Let's get going here. We are talking to the air signs. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. I must speak to the Geminis real quick. You have Mars that has just entered your sign. For the next 7, almost 8 months, you will have Mars in your sign, pushing your drive, pushing your ego. You'll be getting things done, powering you up. Zero focusing in, that warrior mentality comes out during this time period. Mars normally only takes about 45 days to go through an astrological sign. You're getting it for almost 8 months because Mars goes retrograde, and it's been a long time. It's been since World War II energies, since we've had Mars in Gemini for that long of a period. So for the Geminis, this is actually really good for your drive. But because Mars will go retrograde, there'll be a lot of introspective with your drive and your abilities. You'll have to readjust things. You'll have to tweak things quite a bit over this 8-month period. Everybody will. Wherever your Gemini house is, that's the house that's going to be worked over by Mars. All right? So Mars, Gemini, and Libra, the air signs, the geniuses of the chart. our communicators, our balancers. Mm-hmm. Ten of Cups, the wish fulfillment card to kick off the air sign read. Well, this is an absolute beautiful, wonderful, everything you could possibly want from love, fulfillment, and emotions. This is a beautiful card to really kick this off. As you can see, they're so happy. They've got the beautiful Andoras and the wonderful, did I call them the Andoras? Auroras. Up there, and they have their happy little family. This is everything fulfilling in your family and love. It's a wish granted. Air signs. There. And your challenge is the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is also air energy. So it's about your mind and your intellect, but it's also about literally taking a rest after some very difficult, challenging times. So this whole family, I feel like, or it could even be a group of people, I feel like are very much in need of some rest, some reprieve, some spiritual guidance before moving forward with whatever this wish fulfillment is. Your challenge is to lay down. Slow it down. And then we have the Two of Cups. That is the soulmate card. That's twice that's come out tonight. The Emperor, major life event, major arcana card, the Emperor. And then major life event, major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the last card just so I can see a full, because I can see what's going on. Okay. So someone's trying to take control. I feel like there's some kind of, okay. So whoever it is that's trying to take over, trying to take control of this situation, you need to realize that it could go really good or it could go really bad. And it has to do with some kind of a soulmate, a soul partner. I'm getting tingled all up on my head here. So whatever kind of guidance that you are receiving that's coming through for you, air signs, it has to be completely clear. That means you have to lay down and rest on this sometimes. You can't just jump right into it. Somebody is pressuring you, I feel like, coming in from the outside to make a lot of this stuff happen. It might have something to do with your soulmate partner. Now, remember, a soulmate isn't always a love partner. That could be a best friend. It could also be a worst enemy. Okay? We come into this life with many different soul mates, soul family, we could call them, that we have like made soul contracts with prior to entering into the flesh suit. All right. The whole point of being here is for the soul's evolutionary journey. Okay. And to be challenged through our humanity, to overcome things, not only for us, but for our bloodline, for the earth, for the betterment of all. This also is the Hangman, which is major life event, major arcana. So you got major down here. Okay. This Hangman, they purposely hang themselves up there so they can see things from another perspective. It is time to look at this. Whatever comes through is going to be fixiated. This is fixed signs. You can see all the little fixed signs all around the wheel. Fortune could come because you have this beautiful wish fulfillment card starting out here. But if you don't lay down and rest on this, I feel like you're going to be at odds with your soulmate, your partner, your friend. You need to take a break on it. There's a beautiful opportunity of very good, loving fulfillment here for you. But you must take a rest on this. Maybe you've been going at him or going at her or whomever it is, right? You may have been kind of like this, and this, and this, and this. I feel like this is a strong energy of wanting to take over. The Emperor is Aries energy. They don't stop. They keep going. They just do. They just go. You got to lay it down. You got to look at it from another perspective. On the bottom, wow. You have another major life event, major arcana card, the High Priestess right here on the bottom. So the High Priestess holds all the secrets. The High Priestess doesn't always tell all those secrets. I feel like that there's just way too much information that either you or the other person has been like spewing out of. I'm seeing like a waterfall of words, and there's just too much, and so it needs a break here, because this could be really, really good, or it could be really, really bad. It's going to depend on how you deal with this Emperor Aries type energy. All these cards are saying, look at this from another perspective, go deep within, hold your secrets close to the vest. And it may not just be a secret, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify that, please. Okay, I got it. So this could very well be just something that you should not, like, you know, we all have to have selective words during this time period. We must, but even though, and it's such a polarity paradigm right now, even though we're going to feel the urge to say it, doesn't mean you always have to say it right then. It could ruin things. It's not about being untruthful either. Okay, air signs. It's not about not speaking your truth. Okay, that would never come through. But it also is finding that right timing, the right divine timing, and maybe just pulling back a little bit and looking at things in a different light. Let's pull from the Magical Fairies deck for you. Air signs, magical fairies. What do the fairies have to say to the air signs tonight, please? What do the fairies have to say to the beautiful air signs? A spiritual teacher. Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. That's very much his High Priestess too. She's all about the sacredness of the divine, spirituality, esoteric. You know, this is very much the High Priestess. She balances the duality. So you have the dark and the light pillar there. Whoa, okay, those just flew out. I'm not taking all three. Summer says everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So it might be from 1 year from now. This is something you're building upon, right? And then dietary change. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. So maybe, you know, like this, looking at things from another way, realizing that you have to shift things up and take a break. Watch what you speak, but also watch what you're eating. You know, maybe, you know, implement something different than what everybody's body, everybody's vessel, the vessel that we use is different. Not everybody can eat the same stuff, right? You have to figure out what works for you. Yeah. All right, let's also get an alchemy card. I get so excited when I pick this deck up. Let's get an alchemy card for the air signs. Right there. Oh, I love that. You got Earth's Heart. Earth's Heart. So it shows all of the different layers that we have to go through, the different layers on the Earth's crust, right? And then what is at the center? A red rose. So let's see what all of these layers that we're dealing with have to say with the Earth's heart for the air signs, L11. I'll pass it. Earth's heart. Amidst our phenomenal scientific pursuits, we have yet to journey to the core of the earth. We can only suppose what it is there. What is there? Such is the mystery of the Coverum Tarot card. Coverum Tarot card. Tarot. Coverum Tarot card. Excuse me. It is related to the archetypal image of the cave and the fourth chakra located at the heart. This card appears where there is something blossoming deep within that requires our attention, our tending to. It could be a new love, a way of serving others, an offering to the planet and its resources. In alchemy texts, Coverum Tarot roughly translates to Earth is the true heart. The journey of discovery will take you through many layers, slowly revealing her gifts. This is the proof of Earth's longing to provide, to teach. You've already felt the pulse of the Earth's heart. Now it's time to listen, to be a student of her wisdom. Yeah, this is very much the hangman, looking at things from another perspective, taking time out. Your challenge position is to take the time out. Mentally, lay down. Really just take some time out. Come into the coven of the earth. Connect into the earth. And when this energy comes and arises, it may have to do with that soulmate. They even said it in here. I love it. I love the Earth's heart came through for you. And all of those layers, it takes time. It takes time. And if it's something to deal with your diet, just remind yourself every day, because I'm doing it too. I'm struggling as well, just remind yourself every day that it took some time to get you into that dietary situation. You're changing yourself. It takes time for us to manifest a perfect body or just a healthy body. It takes time. It takes time. It's a lot harder to lose the weight and get in shape than it was to put the weight on, right? So don't be too hard on yourself as you're transitioning air signs. All right. Thank you very much, air signs. I'm sending you so much love and light. Have a different perspective. The wheel of fortune could turn one way or the other, and it all depends upon, you have beautiful wish fulfillment there. It all depends upon if you're going to lay it down. You've got to be more introspective. Give yourself a moment to really think about things. Breathe before you act. Okay, now we are on to the very last sign of the night, which I'm pretty sure is the water signs, right? Yes, we haven't done the water signs yet. Yay, yay. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Yes, that was a pretty powerful message. Yes, I love it. I love it. Gaia calling on the air signs to come down to the crystal core. The Agathians are the beings that live in the center of the earth. You might look those beings up and do a little research on them. They are the defenders and the protectors of the humans. Been there for a very long time. My son has 2 of them around him. I've seen them twice, and then Julie Severn saw them. Big old tall, like some of them are like 20-foot tall beings. Some of them are like, one of them was like, I think, probably 15 foot. So big old, and they are like dark skinned, humanoid looking, kind of. All right, let's see. Water. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think that's Chasing Sunshine, right? Perfect. Thank you for the time. All right, we're going into the water sign read. Last read of the night. This means if you are here currently on Facebook or YouTube as we multi-stream, go ahead and put your question in the chat right now. Put it in all capital letters, please, because that helps me to see it. After this read, I will take 3 questions, and that'll be the end of our time tonight. Let's make sure that those are good and shuffled because we've already used these once tonight. And then I feel like, let's see. Oh, no, I'm missing these cards. Excuse me, I've got to shuffle these. Daughter wanted to pop again. We had a popper. Daughter came out. I believe it was for the sign before, but this is popping now for the water signs. Daughter, the answer to your question involves your daughter. Make sure that these have got a good little shuffle before we begin. Slippery. Got to get these cards broke in. I've only played with them like 3 or 4 times since I got them. So, okay. Here we go. Gotta love that coconut water. All right, water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Well, the moon is currently about to be hitting into Scorpio tomorrow and will transit right across the south karmic node of the moon. This is detox, purification, getting rid of any and all things that do not serve, including people. The Fool card popped. I'm holding them upside down. The Fool card popped again. We've had that a couple times tonight. This is Aries energy. This is taking that risk, jumping, going without knowing. Okay? I'm getting tummy rumbles and stuff is going on here in my stomach area. So somebody may have been holding some anxiety or having some digestive issues. If you have digestive issues, boil some rice and drink the water. It will help you immensely. Also, papaya. I heard that this week. I posted it in our group, Astro Wisdom. Papaya from the medical medium. He said that that's really good for cleaning up all digestional type issues. Papaya. So to kick off the water sign read, we have the Empress, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia herself. The Empress is balanced, loving. This is Venusian energy. And, with Venus about to enter into Virgo, there couldn't be a more birthing time right now. So you see, she holds the Christed light child, the golden child. She holds the golden child. That is like her holding humanity. That is like Mother Gaia holding us, right? Your challenge here is this Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is a very youthful, new energy, but it's fiery. Like, let's go, let's do this. It's like the kid who's just wants to learn everything all at once. So there may be some issues here with patience, I'm feeling, with what this is that you're birthing. You may be birthing something about to come to fruition, something is ready for harvest, something that you have been working on for some time, needing a little bit of patience, I'm feeling. The Ten of Cups again. See, this is a very good wish fulfillment week. So we've had the Ten of Cups now a couple of times. This is everything emotionally fulfilled. This is everything loving, beautiful, family, the home, everything working out in your favor. But I feel like there's just this thing about whatever all of this is going to involve you to be patient. Patience on others' parts as well. Ten of Coins, you could not, holy moly. This Ten of Coins took time. This Ten of Cups took time. It takes time to receive the tens, because you have to go through the process of all of the other cards before you can get to the end, right? And now you have 2 tens, water signs, and this is coming in from outside of you, and I can't help but say that this might be some money coming your way. This might be an abundance of some sort coming in. This is tangible. This is everything. This is having, and I keep hearing the lottery. I don't even know. I don't even play the lottery. But for some reason, the lottery keeps coming up. It's like that kind of an energy where you just like unexpectedly receive. But you've also worked hard to get there. This is Virgo energy. This is Mercury in Virgo. Isn't that interesting? So this also is like, it's taken a lot of practical, tangible moments and time to get to this point. And this comes in from outside of you. It's something that's being given, you see. I feel like you're going to hear some news on this. The Queen of Coins. So this is Earth energy. She is the epitome. She's very similar to the Empress, but the Empress is more about like birthing. This is the beginnings. I've gone through my 9-month gestation period, and now I have this beautiful new child. Or I have been working on a full event. I'm just going to say, because I'm working on these events, and now I'm ready to reap the rewards by being able to assist people and hold the events and everyone come and gather. It's that kind of thing. The Queen of Coins, and I love that she's looking over here at her 10 of coins that's coming in from outside of her. It's like she knows. She is extremely grounded. She does not rush anything. She's patient. Okay? But she's emotionally fulfilled, but she's grounded through it. You see? The queens are always about the emotion. The king is always about the mental, no matter what suit you're dealing with. And I feel like this is like that old wise woman that is coming through, or the wise man. Don't get caught up on gender on these cards ever. Patience, 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 patience. It takes time to get here, but it's here. The Knight of Swords. This is information coming in. I'm just going to say it. I feel like y'all are about to get a big inheritance of some sort, you water signs. I think you're about to get some kind of, either it's an inheritance or it's a winnings, or like you're selling your house and oh my gosh, you're getting twice as much as you expected, or somebody comes in and says, maybe you're in need of something and you've been needing to buy that something, and somebody gifts you that something, which catapults your career or starts it, or it's just some sort of, there's just a beautiful amount of abundance coming through message. The Knight of Wands brings quick, fast messages, emails, texts, stuff's coming through quick, in and out messages. And he's heading straight towards the grounded, beautiful queen of coin, queen of money, who's looking straight at the inheritance or whatever the abundance is that's coming in, completely fulfilling the emotional status. But this is the card that concerns me right now. The Page of Wands is a student. It's young. It's fiery. It's passionate. Sometimes it leaps before it looks, right? But this right here is truly like, your challenge is to slow down a little bit. Patience with this, because it takes time. Even though this stuff comes through, it may not, like, you may get the information, but you may not get it until a minute. Page of Swords. You have another page. Another youthful energy. A watcher. Somebody is watching. Somebody's paying attention. So these are both real watcher cards. They learn. They're learning energies. This information that you are learning is going to require you to have a little more patience. The Queen. You got two queens now. Queen of Swords. High information. This is not just random whatever. This is like important stuff that's coming through. Let's go ahead and get you a beautiful fairy card. Fairy cards for the beautiful water signs. Fairy cards for the water signs, please. That's it. So you've got the power. Use your abilities to resolve the situation. You can do it. You got the power. What's that song? I got the power. You remember that song? That song is coming through. I can hear it clean as day. Go listen to that song. Healing, healed, or healer. Healing energy surrounds you and this entire situation. Some pretty amazing. Okay, and then on the bottom it says new home. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. So some of you that are trying to sell your house, or some of you is trying to get a new house, or you want to move somewhere, there's your answer. All right, let's go ahead and get an alchemy card for the water signs. Alchemy card for the water signs. Oh, I got tones going off all around. Okay. This is it. Yeah. Okay. The Drowned King. Huh. Let me see this. I don't know what those are. I thought they were dragonflies at first, but I'm not sure what that is. I'm sure we'll look it up and it'll tell us. The Drowned King for the water signs. Let's see what we've got here from the Alchemy deck. These are the Alchemized cards. XL1X. XL1. XL1X. There's so many of these. Okay. XL. It should be right here. XL. There it is. The Drowning King. It's about collapsing your ego, losing faith and humility. In alchemy, the archetype of the king is often used as a symbol for the ego, the aspect of the self that is attached to its title, name, and identity. It is said that the drowned king is a required phase of the process of transformation. Only through dissolving who they thought they were is the king able to become who they are destined to be, a kind and benevolent leader. How does the drowning occur? Not voluntarily, that's for certain. Through circumstances beyond their control, the king is brought to their bottom, to their knees. When this card appears, expect a huge blow to the ego, impactful enough that it causes one to turn their life around, prioritizing grace over greed, benevolence over brutality, sovereignty over selfishness. The drowned king eventually resurfaces as a fully changed, benevolent being. I love it. Go deeper. Watch the movie The King from 2018. Okay, I have to remember that. The King from 2018. To ponder the power of benevolence. You've got the power. You've got the power, right? Remember that song? Holy cow. It's so much fun working. Blows my mind. Thank you to the water signs. I'm sending you so much love and calming of the ego in order to receive. Okay? You are benevolent beings. Sending you so much love. Heal thyself. You're healing. But man, okay, talk about great cards. Water signs, you've got it for the night. You got 2 tens, 2 wish fulfillment cards. You didn't have a lot of rough stuff going on with that read. I give it to the water signs for the night. They got the best read. Yes! And I'm a water sign, so I'm like, thank God. We'll see what happens, right? Okay, let's see here what we got. Now, before I do these questions, I've got to pour some more coconut water in this cup because it's just about empty, and get me a nice big drink. And thank you, water signs. You are definitely loved. We appreciate you. Everybody, don't forget to like, comment on the replay after this video uploads so that you can get your name in the drawing with a nice, big, huge giveaway package, including two, not one, but two psychic readings from a professional psychic minister here in the area that I know very well, Liz Pena. So all that information is down below as well. On how to win. So, and you got a deck of cards and a crystal with that. It's a good package. So we will be doing that giveaway next week. 1 week from tonight. So you only have 1 week to get yourself in the drawing. You must comment, like, subscribe on the replay video to get your name in. Okay? All right. So now I will take a few questions and then I'm going to get on out of here for the night. Let's see here. I see Kristen's question. Okay, Kristen, out of Australia. Will my older brother reconnect with our family? Okay. I'm going to clear this space with these tingsha bells before I do the questions. One last little one as I set them down. Okay. I feel like Kristen needs the dragon cards on this. So we're going to pull from the dragon deck and I'm going to give it one good shuffle. And I'm going to show the cards. I remembered. I'm getting better after almost 2 years. There we go. Oh, that's crazy. There we go. Kristen's brother. Kristen's brother. Calling on Kristen's brother. First card you have is a Four of Wands. This is all about celebration. This is actually a wedding coming together. This is positive energies for your question. It's all about passions and laughter and joy. It's also about foundations, setting up the right foundation for the situation. The Tower moment. So something came through that was extremely challenging that knocked him off of his whole situation. There was a beautiful celebration. There was some kind of a family event, and then there was some kind of something that really knocked him off his rocker. That literally probably is the reason you sent him into exile, or he sent himself into exile, or he left the situation. However he left, I don't know why exile seems to be coming through, but that's what's coming through. Tower moments are moments that we must have in this incarnation in order to change, shift, and evolve our lives. They're never easy. Sometimes, though, that challenge becomes something that we do that is easy. You see what I'm saying? It moves us into that easier flow. I've had more tower moments in my life than I think I've ever had in any lifetime. I mean, truly. And I would not be right here doing this right now if I hadn't. Right here. The Nine of Pentacles. So whatever it is that he is doing, he is mastering it, and he's mastering it solo. He has people around him that are loyal. But as far as him coming back into the fold, this is a very much a solo card. This celebration could happen after the Tower moment, but I feel like very much the Tower moment's already happened. And with the Nine of Pentacles there, he's extremely focused on what it is that he's doing with his own life right now. The Ace of Swords. So you have the Ace of Swords as the outcome here. The Ace of Swords is this sword of truth, and it is all about communication. Fast communication, but it's the very beginning of communication coming through. So I feel like it may take time because this is also slow energy, okay? But this is fast energy. This is a text that comes, some kind of quick, if somebody tells you something about him, something happens real quick. But this right here says that there'll be some kind of communication coming from him, but it may take some time because he's focused on what he's doing right now. He's not paying attention to much else. The Hangman. Okay, so the fact that Hangman came in reverse, and I'm gonna take the reversal on this because, see, if this was in the upright like this would mean, you know, I'm putting myself here to find another perspective. When it's in this position, it's stating that this isn't going to take long. Okay? And it's below the truth card, the communication card, the fast communication card. So, it's not going to take long. It's not going to take long once it happens. Once it's come into fruition, because he's had his time of introspectiveness. Like, he's had his time to go within. Some kind of information will come in fast. But just know, this whole time, he's been focused on himself. Very focused on himself and what he's doing. But this moment wasn't easy for any of you, because this is a lot of people. This is a gathering of a lot of people. So I hope that helped you, Kristen. I do feel like you will, but it may take a little bit. But when it does happen, it'll happen fast. Okay. I hope that helped. Thank you. Thank you for your question. All right. What's the next question here? Shining Star Mystic says, a Virgo consumes my heart, but we've been apart for 5 years. Is it time to let him go? Am I holding these upside down? No. Okay. You know, I just flashed down to look to see if I was holding them upside down. And I got the Six of Cups, which is looking to the past love. When you felt that childhood love, that childlike love, looking back on it, reviewing it, feeling into how things were. Very melancholy card. Shining Star Mystics. Past love, Virgo. I'll tell you, astrologically, the time would be now if you do. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It's done, hun. You know that. I kind of wanted to say it without the cards right off the bat, but I wanted to give the cards their moment. I didn't feel at all like you should revisit that. You really should do a cord dissolve ritual, not a cord cut, cord dissolve. Cord dissolve in love. I'm not going any further because I already knew this in my gut. I could already feel it intuitively that it, as much as you were in love, that is what's blocking you from finding new love because you're still holding on. I can relate. I'm still very much in love with my husband, who has passed. 4 years ago, this November 13th, will be 4 years since Jesse passed away in front of me. You know, I mean, pretty much on the floor of our kitchen. And then they brought him back and put him to the hospital. And then he just died hours later. So whenever we lose someone, whether it be because they transition from the physical body or they move on with their lives and are with other people or whatever, however the circumstance be, when we have that attachment to that love, it's like an energetic cord that it won't allow us to open up and fill it with someone else. I've done cord dissolves. Because I'm so psychic, he still comes around and I can feel him and stuff. So it's difficult and hard for me to just cut it off, right? I've tried dating twice and both were no good. And it has nothing to do with comparison as much as it has to do with the energy of me. You see? The energy of me, there's something inside of me, an energy that is still not able to open myself completely to a new love. Even though we tell ourselves in our physical mind that we are ready, we're not. So you have to do daily practices. I am 10 times more confident in myself now than I even was then at being able to love myself. Like, I love myself. I love who I am. I love who I'm becoming. I know I'm a good person and I know I try to do the right thing by everybody that I can. And I also know I got boundaries. And I also know that, you know, I have some issues. You know, everybody does. But in order to really sever that and let him go for good, you got to work at it. And it doesn't happen overnight. So I'm sending you so much love. Cord dissolve. Message me if you want to know more details on the cord dissolve. I've done it with a few people. So, all right. Thank you for your question. That's a hard one. Yeah. All right. Next question. Kristen said, yeah, wow, we've been looking at houses. Cool. Hi, Stacy. I see you made it. Stacy, we're on a new time tonight. Everybody, it's a brand new time. We start at 6 o'clock Central now, which is, it's all messed up. I can't think. It's in the description. I'm so high right now from the energy I can barely think. Okay, I'm looking for the third one from Michelle. Michelle. Michelle, I see you there, dear. Michelle asks, should I push for a raise at work or hold off? Okay. It depends on when you're ready to do this. Is exactly what I just heard from my light side. If you're going to do it now, like as in this week, yeah. If you're going to do it, you got to do it. But let's talk to the cards. Shall raise. The Lovers. The Hangman. Again. How many times does the Hangman come out tonight? The Lovers is about soul union, but it's also about duality, okay? It's about yin or yang. Should I or shouldn't I, right? The Hangman says, hold on. Let's look at this from another perspective. This card came out in reverse. So when it pops in reverse, and I always turn it around so you can see it, so you have a good look at what this is. This dragon he's hung his own damn self up by that tree, okay? So he could see things differently. You know, we have to sometimes force ourselves to look at things differently, Michelle. But this way, he's about ready to fall off that tree. His time has come. He's looked long enough. He's observed situations long enough in the duality. You can also see there is a dragon that's on land, and then there's a dragon in the sea. Okay? Balancing both the earth element and the water element. Both the tangible, practical, simple things of earth and the emotional, intuitive flow of things within our own emotional guidance, right? Of water. Plus, there's two people involved here. There's two people involved. And one of them might be a water sign, because you have the Queen of Cups. And then you have the Nine of Cups. I cannot count how many times we've had either Nine of Coins, Nine of Cups come out tonight. I think we had a Nine of Swords earlier. Nine of Cups. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is emotionally in charge, largely intuitive, very balanced, very direct. Okay. She also is someone who can sometimes at times be overpowering. Okay. So maybe your boss feels a little overpowering to you, but you intuitively know. And this right here, Nine of Cups, that is wish fulfillment right there. But this is also going it alone. This is all intuitive. Okay. This could be, and the fact that this boss has her back turned to you, this could be very much that you're being asked at this time, go ahead and you can ask for your raise, but it may lead to something that you're doing on your own to master your craft. But she has plenty enough to give. So by taking the chance, taking the leap, because it's time. You've seen things the other way for long enough, right? By taking the chance, taking the leap, you just never know what could come of this. Let's see what's on the bottom. Justice. Can't make this shit up. Justice. You have major life event, major arcana card, the Justice, and what's trying to peep out? Judgment, second chances. Major life event, major arcana card, Judgment, second chances. Raising yourself up from the dead. This is, yes, absolutely. Justice is for sure taking everything into consideration and coming to an agreement. I say yes. Ask for the raise. I say go for it. This is the week to do it. If you're going to wait until next week, I say no. But this is the week to do it. Take the risk. Ask the raise. Get your money, honey. All right, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you so much, Michelle. Okay, that was good. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yes, nines are the final steps, Renee. Nines are the final steps before you come to the completion. Nines are always, it's a solo card too. Nines are solo cards a lot of the time. It's just you taking on the world, whether it be the Nine of Coins, mastering your craft, whether it be the Nine of Cups, mastering your emotions and having plenty enough love to give to everyone. You see, Nine of Swords is all about you being up all night long with anxiety, monkey mind looping it, right? And then the Nine of Fire is you've been through every kind of battle that you could possibly go through. You got scars and you're bleeding and your leg is broken, but you're going to keep on going till you get to that 10 completion. Yeah. All right. You are very welcome, Michelle. I hope that helped you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. And Shining Star, you're very welcome. You needed to hear that. Okay, sweetheart. Very cool. Oh, yes. Let's all send love to everybody. Y'all send love out to the moderators for doing such a great job and helping every single week. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you so much. We're going to close it down. Pretty good week ahead. If you missed the astrology, go back and watch it. Be a time traveler. Be absolute certain that you go ahead and comment on the replay video so that you can get in for the drawings. Okay? Everybody, remember, we are 1 hour earlier now. I'm actually going to try to go to bed before midnight tonight. It always takes me a couple of hours to, well, because I close out the circle and I do a smudge cleanse and there's quite a bit that I do before and after these broadcasts to keep the energy right. So it always takes me a bit, and then it takes me time to unwind and get myself ready for bed. So this is going to help me a lot. I appreciate you being flexible with the time change. And I hope that we get more Londons in, more UK, because it's always midnight was kind of late for them. So, all right, guys, you have a beautiful week. Take the risk this week. It'll pay off big time. All right. I'm sending you so much love. I love you too. I love you, love you. Yes, yes, yes. Very cool. Yes. You're right, Erin. It was. Hangman's come up. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Amy. We really appreciate you moderating and Chasing Sunshine and Renee. And I'm not sure where Jerry Lynn is tonight. I don't even know if she's here tonight. I don't think I saw her. But maybe she's busy. All right. Love you, tribe. Y'all have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful week. And we will see you next Tuesday at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, and 11 o'clock UK time, Universal time. And the next day in the morning in Australia, New Zealand, and Africa. Sending you so much love. Walk in the light and spread the sparkle. You are the God spark. Let your sparks fly this week. It's a good week for it.